Good afternoon, everybody. I hope everybody is doing well. I would like to address Miss Liz Jackson because she doesn't seem to know how to go somewhere and sit her $5 ass down somewhere and go find her something to do. She's so invested about what I share on my community wall, what I do on my page, who I share. If I share out Essie Berry, she goes over and starts making threats, lying and saying I said something about I threatened Judge Tucker. All I said was fuck Judge Tucker, and I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. First of all, lady, let's not forget you sit with criminals. You sit with people who violate women, who abuse children. You sit with a man that wears a clown mask that stalk and harass people and children. So, ma'am, you're one to talk, okay? Let's not forget that we have receipts on you threatening service animals, making threats to go to Lady Blue's home and lay hands on her, but yet you're supposed to be an attorney. Now, audience, I have a question for you. If this woman is a so called attorney, why is it that she spends 12 to 15 hours a day online harassing people, all up in people's business, worrying about what somebody doing in their church, making up lies about people getting put out of a Seventh-day Adventist church, like you said Mookie got put out of a Seventh-day Adventist church. If you lie, I got the receipt to prove that. You said that you could get other people's license, pastoral license taken from them, which you said about Eagles. And let's not forget the countless other lies that you said, ma'am. Remember a year ago, you said that you were getting ready to give birth to a baby. Oops, I forgot you can't have any because you're in your 50s and you're beyond your childbearing stage. Now, why is that? Because you were cursed with a curse where you couldn't have babies. And that's why you're mad and that's why you're so bitter. Let's talk about Spook TV Media for a second, ma'am. Now, ma'am, now you came on this internet and you cried over a man that clearly wanted nothing to do with you. The man got off the internet to get away from you. So that says a lot about your character. And as a matter of fact, let's hear about how you are and what your character is. Let's hear some of that.
I say character for a reason because we don't really know who this chick is. I mean, she get online, she say she did, after all the lies she has spun and told, do you really think this chick actually who she say she is? So be true in some of his videos. So that made me want to troll this lie because you know she does a lot. Anyway, that's beside. So that's how me and D True got hooked up. But okay, so a year, maybe a year and a half passed after me and D True done teamed up to this character named Liz Jackson. I say character for a reason because we don't really know who this chick is. I mean, she get online, she say she did, she did, but dude, after all the lies she has spun and told, do you really think this chick actually who she say she is? Man, I told Sparkle a little bit about Alexa K. Tyler, her dad being Jackie Wilson. So I did an interview with her. Don't you know, I did 3 actually, the first one. Don't you know she railroaded my interview? But she get her hand, y'all. Oh, this motherfucker trying to make it seem like she is this outstanding person. When you talk about goddamn Miss Paula Banks, that's an elderly woman. That woman older than you. You talk about goddamn a mentally disturbed lady, I'm sorry, disabled woman, Lady Blue, and rightfully so, because she don't went through a lot of shit. But you talk about integrity, you talk about morals. How? The government is wasting their goddamn resources. She's a liar once again. Right now, I answer the phone. She ain't. Because she thinking with her emotion, y'all. Ain't nobody hide this chick. To monitor the spook behind it. The spook behind it ain't doing nothing. So that means the government is wasting their goddamn resources. She's a liar once again. No, you infatuated emotionally with the spook behind it all.
And that's true. You was infatuated with him to the point to where the man left the internet. Ma'am, let's not forget how you were on my platform and I have the video and you talked about putting out somebody and their kids out on the street in the cold. And you said, and I quote, I don't give a fuck about it being cold outside. And you supposed to be a Christian. And you on here doing all this evil stuff, lying on people. And the only reason why you don't like me is because I believe Essie Berry. And not only her, but other people that have came forward about you and your boy harassing and stalking them. So I'm not going to waste up too much time on you because you're trash to me. I don't waste time up on mammies and I don't waste time up on coons. So why don't you go and find you something to do? Maybe go buy you a battery operated boyfriend and try to get a baby, you know. Why don't you do that instead of harassing people, stalking people? You just all up in everybody's business. You know what I'm saying? But yet and still you say you're not Bobby Edmond. But yet we dragging the fuck out of this wig. And you seem to be so upset about it. I wonder why. Now, it's been said that you and your boy be using voice amplifiers. You guys use those voice changers to sound like other people. And as a matter of fact, I got a clip of your boy over there saying that he could make himself sound like Barack Obama. And like I said, once again, I do what I want to on my page. Don't worry about my money. Why don't you take your money and go and try to buy you a fallopian tube and go and try to buy you a womb so you can have a baby? Why don't you do that? You can't even create life because you are cursed with a curse. Now, I suggest you leave me alone, go find you something to do, quit coming on my page, quit writing under my comment section, don't tag me in no more post, don't tag any of my subscribers in any post, and call it a day. Because if you don't, you already know what's going to happen. You're going to continue to get dragged and gagged like the idiot that you are. Now, I suggest you go to the hair salon and you have them fix your wig problem, because you see you got roaches up in there, you got lizards up in there, you got spiders, you got rats, you got snakes, and ain't no telling what else probably done. Probably a bird done probably laid an egg up in there. Who knows? But ma'am, you have told so many lies. And even Spook behind the door said that you were a liar. And you are a liar. Let's talk about some of those lies. What about the lie that I took $80,000 out of your bank account? Remember that lie that you told in 2024 when you lied and said I stole 80 grand out of your account? What about the lie that you talked to Mookie's pastor over at the Seventh-day Adventist Church and they told you Mookie got put out the Seventh-day Adventist Church? You remember that lie that you told? Don't say you don't remember, because I got the clip when you said it. Remember the lie that you told on Unspoken, saying that Unspoken did something to her own kids? Remember when you guys made that lie up? Because you know I record everything you guys say. Remember that lie you guys told last year that she did something to her own kids and she was a predator when you guys were making up all those lies about her? Remember that? Oh, and here's the big one. Here's the big one. Here is the big one. Lied and said I was a hitman. Lied and said I was a hitman. That's the number one lie that you coons came up with. That I was a professional hitman. And that's a motherfucking lie. And that's why I will never, ever help anybody over there on that platform. Never. I don't like none of you. I've defeated every single last individual that's affiliated with your group. Now, I do want to remind you of something. While you on here talking about that, talk about how you and your boy over there knew that somebody in your group SA'd somebody, violated somebody. Y'all knew about it and you didn't say nothing. You wanna talk, right? Let's talk about how you are cool with a known racist, a man, a mentally disturbed man at that talked about that African American people, black people, deserve to be pow-powed. Let's talk about you guys using another mentally unstable individual, knowing that the boy done talked about doing all kind of things to schools, churches, threaten to unalive police if they come to his door. By matter of fact, no, I'll save that for another video. Let's talk about it though. While you steady watching what I do on my page, go sit your $5 ass down somewhere and leave people alone. If you ain't Bobby Edmond, what you crying for? What you worried about it for? And you ought to be ashamed of yourself for even impersonating that lady. Got that lady wrapped up in so much of bullshit. Got Ricky Anderson wrapped up in so much of bullshit. Because you and your boy Chris are sitting up using people's voices to play on people's phone. And y'all are supposed to be grown, right? And Chris, I know you saw that little short premiere I did. Oh, don't worry, Chris, because I got 3 interviews that I'm going to be uploading on my page from the year 2025. That's right. The 3 interviews that I conducted with 3 different people that didn't want to come on my platform, but they agreed to get on the phone. I'm going to let the whole YouTube community hear how you was peeping through that lady's windows. And let's not forget, running up and down the street naked, pretending somebody was after you, how you been in and out of the loony bin. Oh yeah, they gonna hear all of that. Y'all want to keep fucking with me, right? Y'all don't know how to go somewhere and sit down and be quiet and leave folks alone, right? Well, I'm gonna sit you down. And when I get done with you, I'll pay you dust. Peace, everybody.